Hi everyone, welcome back to Barbie Dolls of the Week. So this week I took a little road trip yesterday to my favorite vintage toy store in this state, which is in Kokomo, Indiana. It's about 50 minutes from here and just north of Indianapolis. And so it's called Kokomo Toys and Collectibles. And if you ever get the chance to go, I highly recommend it. Whether you're into Barbie or Migos or so many other kinds of toys, they have a really big, beautiful store. And when I say big, I don't know the square footage, but I mean they've got like 6 aisles. They're pretty long. It's not like a, Walmart or something, but I mean it's like a small store, but for a toy store, it's big. So anyway, great store if you ever get a chance to go. They also have an online presence on eBay, I know. I don't know if they sell anywhere else. But again, Kokomo Toys and Collectibles in Kokomo, Indiana. And that's with a K, by the way, if you don't know. So, yesterday I went up there. I also hit Vendor City, which is a sort of flea market antique place up there. Found one doll there. And then that I decided to get. And when I go to the Kokomo store, it's not usually for Barbie, but more for other kinds of figures or dolls or things. They have a lot of old 70s toys, which I love, like the Migos, the Bionic Man, the Charlie's Angels, etc. So I saw a lot of great stuff there. That stuff is getting more and more pricey, but I didn't think I was going to find anything, and then I saw that they had a new Barbie section, which was box stuff, and there wasn't really anything in there that I was interested in. And as I was getting ready to leave, I saw a section of Barbie stuff in plastic bags, which I decided, well, let's go through them. And they were generally $10 each. And the first one I saw that was of interest was this one. So this, of course, is Angel Face Barbie, and she's from '82. Thing is that I don't know where this shawl came from. I've never seen one with this shawl, and I don't really think it goes to her. Does anyone know who this actually belongs to? I would guess one of the international Barbies, or Dolls of the World. But it's just not ringing a bell for me right now. Other than that, this looks like a doll that is in really good shape. And I don't remember if she had earrings, but she doesn't have earrings on this one. I don't think she does on mine up there. I'm trying to see. Doesn't look like it. And then she does have a ring, which is nice that it's still there. I don't know if when I got her she had 2 shoes or not, but there's only 1 shoe at this point, and I don't even think that's really the right shoe, because I would think it would be a heel on that. So I'm going to have to look at one that's in the box to see. But she's in really good shape. I got the strangest impression because there was a ton of Barbies there, all in these plastic clear bags. Like I said, about $10 each for the most part. She actually might have been 15, I'm not sure. One of them was 15 and the rest I got were 10. But they still have a bit of a new doll smell to them, which is nice. And I'm hoping that it's not a case of they got a bunch of Barbies in from someone. The boxes tended to be damaged, so they just took all the dolls out of the boxes and put them in bags to sell. Because if so, they got rid of all the accessories. I mean, she has a lot of accessories that come with her, including that little makeup case, for lack of a better word, and other things, and there's nothing with these like that. So, but this is with it, and I if anything, I would wonder if this is like a Spanish Barbie or Spanish Dolls of the World. So, I don't know. We'll figure that one out. And the shoe thing, I've got plenty of shoes, but that one I just don't think is hers. I do like, I've said this before, I love the colors of her hair, the different darker tones, and it's just, I think it's fun. And this to me is such a cool doll. She's always reminded me of an old school teacher or something. So, what do you think of her with this shawl, by the way? I don't know. I don't think it really goes with the outfit, although it doesn't look horrible because of the black centerpiece and this little decorative part here that I can't think of what the name is. Like not a camisole. Can't think of the name of those little things, but anyway. So yeah, I was really glad to find some of these 80s dolls. Now let's see what other 80s dolls. that I found. And actually, before I go on to those, I want to show you one male doll that I bought from this group, and that is Elvis himself, the king. Now, I'm not an Elvis fan, to be honest. I mean, I don't have anything against him, just not my kind of thing. However, I've always thought this was a nice doll. I've seen it many times. Talk about a flat top, boy. Very flat on top. But I just thought, I've never had one of these out of the box, and so I kind of wanted one to go with my celebrity dolls. And so I got him, and he, too, is, well, he doesn't really have much of a smell, good or bad, and I'd rather have no smell than a bad smell. But he's just they're just so new-looking, especially him. So I think he's a nice Elvis doll. I had some Elvis dolls in the past, just like maybe 2 in boxes. And I know I donated one for a charity auction a couple years ago at my theater that raised, by the way, $70 or $75. So I was happy with that. And then the other one I probably sold on eBay at some point. But I don't think I have any other ones. So now I have one out of the box, and so I'm glad to be able to say that. Now moving on to some of the other 80s dolls, or Barbies. So there's this one. Oh, and you know what? She does have earring holes, but no earrings. This is, of course, Fashion Jeans Barbie. And actually, let me grab my Fashion Jeans Barbie and just compare them. Okay, so here she is. This is one of the ones. And I mean, obviously, those are not her real earrings. Somebody put them on her years ago, and not sure. I mean, they're okay. Okay, so just comparing these, they do look like the same doll. I have a feeling that they're from different countries, though. So this one is the one I've had forever. This is the one I got at Kokomo Toys yesterday. Let me just see if I can see where they were made, or this one was made. Okay, I'm going to look with my handy magnifying glass. Uh-oh. I'm not seeing it there. Let me see on her back. She's got a top on that's making it hard to see. Now, unfortunately, I can't see it. So, I'm not sure. Does anyone know where these were made? Like different countries, perhaps? Usually it seems like there's at least 2 countries, like Philippines and Taiwan or something like that. Malaysia occasionally. Now her hair is in a braid that somebody did, and I don't like what they did in the front, and I don't think so. This one, who knows? If it was new, obviously somebody took it out and had done something with its hair, and the only thing is, when they did it, they didn't leave hair in the front, so I'm hoping she's not actually missing hair plugs or something because of that right there. That looks kind of bad, but what I'm going to do is, and I just realized my Fashion Jeans does not have a ring, so I might have to have that ring for her, or switch them out or something. But see, my Fashion Jeans, her hair in the front looks great. I mean, there's no hole or anything like that. I've always loved Fashion Jeans. I love the little pink boots and the jeans with the Barbie on the back, which the only thing I wish they didn't gape like that in the back. Same thing with her top. It really gapes, but you could get something to probably put there and have it not gape. The pants, I don't know. And of course this furry sweater, and it's kind of like Angora, and the Barbie label, which somehow stays after all these years. Mego, whenever the Mego superheroes had a little label, it would always fall off, like the S for Superman, things like that. So yeah, I'm going to take her braid out and brush her hair and see if I can cover that better with some hair that's pulled in a different direction, I hope. But that's the only thing I see wrong with her. Like I said, they do look the same, just a little bit different with the makeup, the coloring. Her face is shinier than the one I've had for a while. You can see that even in the video. And, their coloring is a little different. But other than that, they're sisters. They're Fashion Jeans sisters. So let me set her aside and go on to, I've got 2 more dolls. Let's go on to this one, which I have one up on the shelf. Oh, she's just cut off. Let me see if I can move this slightly without dropping the phone. There she is. Now you can see her in the pink at the very top. So I'm going the wrong direction. That way. No, that way. Yeah, it's hard way. There it is. There she is. You see her. So this is, of course, Beauty Secrets Barbie. And I was thinking I didn't have the jacket part on mine, but I do. So I am definitely going to put this for sale. Now, someone on the short, I did a short video on her for Doll of the Day yesterday, and somebody said that, there goes one of her shoes, somebody said that this is not her belt. And once they said that, I'm like, oh, no wonder it seems so odd. This looks like a Sparkle Beach belt or something like that. It's definitely not going with this. So that supports this idea that somebody took a bunch of, and it might not have been the store, it might have been the owner, took a bunch of dolls out and separated them, and you know, there's a few things on each doll, or some of the dolls, I mean, that don't go. Like, this is not her belt. So now maybe her skirt is a little loose, I don't know, without the belt being on. Also, there are things in her hair. I don't remember how her hair came, but I don't think it was braided. I'm not sure without looking. And so, you know, they've got these two purple barrettes in there that I think did come with her. But these other things, I don't know what you call those, hair somethings, they don't look like they came with her, and I don't think they did. Mattel, to my knowledge, never did any that were sort of like that. This looks like an actual almost human hair one. So anyway, back to the doll. Of course, she has those famous kind of rubbery arms, and like somebody on the short video said about her, he or she has one, and it's missing both hands that have broken off. Now you can tell when you see her arms that they're a rubbery material, and the hands don't quite match. They're obviously a different color, different coating or material. So I don't know why they did that, but I think they wanted her hands to be really flexible, because so you can do like that with it. I mean, there's not too many Barbies you can do that with. So I kind of like the flexibility. I don't like the look of her arms, so I like that they're covered. I love the slit in her dress, and she does have some nice shoes when they stay on. That's what they look like. I'm assuming that's the shoes she came with. Whereas Angel Face, I don't think that's the shoes. She looks like she's in really good condition, and I'm going to put her on eBay, so if anybody's looking for one, check out my eBay under Ranman is the seller name, Rannman. She and Angel Face will probably go on sale. Maybe one other one. I'll get her shoe later. And speaking of one other one, that's what I have left to show you, and that is this doll. So this is dressed as Tropical Barbie, and as Tropical Barbie's bathing suit, this ruffle thing on her, and actually, I don't know if she literally came with 3 ruffle things. You look at my, oh, I've got one over here. I think she just came with one. Here's one of mine where I've redone her hair, and I love how her hair came out. She's got that real long hair, and it just looks great on her, I think. But this one, to me, looks a little bit different. So again, maybe they're made in different countries, but if you look at the face of this doll, it honestly almost doesn't look like Tropical Barbie to me. Does anybody think this is not Tropical Barbie's actual head? Let me know if you think it is or isn't. And also, I'm going to try to, again, take the bathing suit off, and see, let me see if it'll slide off for a minute, see what country this is made in, because I would assume they were made in different countries too. Let me try taking this off for a second there. Okay, now let's see. Here we go. This one, oh, it just says the Mattel. Let me see on her butt if it's anything. I don't see it right now. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not seeing it at this point. So, but she's a lovely doll regardless. I just think she looks really different in the face to me for some reason. But again, it could just be the makeup. Here's a closer look. And she's in very good shape. She's got a bit of a new doll smell. And, I mean, the only reason I can explain why she would have 3 of these yellow things, 1, 2, and 3, that I just took off the side of her bathing suit, which I'm going to try to put back on, is because they took it off 2 other dolls, in this series, or 2 female dolls in the series. I don't know why they would do that. It's possible some of the dolls were damaged or destroyed, and they just kept a couple other things, but anyway, I have a feeling it was the person who did this and not the store. Then when they sold, because this place, Kokomo Toys, buys collections and things from people. I was going to bring a tote of figures to them, but actually it was Star Trek and X-Men, and they don't really need those right now. So I ended up not bringing them, and I'll just try to sell them on eBay like I have some of the others. She has these yellow shoes on, which, again, I don't know, and one fell off in the bag because it's not here or somewhere. That's the problem with these old shoes. They just won't stay on, and, you can put double-sided tape on to help, but it's a little hard to get it that small to keep this on. So I haven't done a whole lot of that, but a little bit of that. So I just wanted to show you these 5 beautiful 80s dolls, or actually, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4 Barbie dolls, and Elvis. I don't think he was from the 80s. I think he was from maybe the 90s or the early 2000s. Without having his box, I'm not sure. But I was so glad to find these, and, to get 4 80s dolls and Elvis for $50-something with taxes, a really good deal, I think, for these dolls. It just, there's some of my 80s favorites, and it's really hard for me to resist them. They had a ton of others. The only other 80s doll that I didn't get they had because they wanted $20 for her was Great Shape Barbie, and I was like, I don't know why this is $20 versus some of these others being $10, like Beauty Secrets or Fashion Jeans. But anyway, I didn't need that one or want that one as much. And the rest were mostly the Dolls of the World, a lot of which I already have out of the box or in the box or both. And then there were a few other odds and ends. Some of them I didn't recognize from sets that, I just wasn't familiar with. So I hope you've enjoyed this edition of Barbie Dolls of the Week, and I'll talk to you next time. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.